Hello, folks, and ooh, I never full screened this game. And welcome back to EVE Online. I forgot my loot collector due to my disappointment with the other thing. Yeah, it just got destroyed the other day, so I'm down that. But thankfully, I have about enough money to rebuy it. I looked into making one, and but expensive. I put a ton of stuff up for sale. I gathered all the loot I'd made at the other place. Uh, and well, I was putting most of it up. I didn't have enough actual market order slots. So I just put up what I could. And rest is just left there. Um, put up some other industry stuff. The probes have already sold. It's like 1,000 probes and 100 of another. 1,000 core probes and like 100 combat already gone. They pretty much went immediately, um, and a few other bits and pieces. Um, I've got some industry going. I've also started talking to a corp to join them. Not gonna say who, and no idea if I'm actually even going to get in yet. So I'll have a different window down here then. I'm currently in scope, but eventually, well, they're taking a while to go through my application. They're very thorough. It's just like, I joined another corp in this game ages back, and it was just in. They're very detailed. They wanted some API thing and everything, which I'm a little iffy on. It's just like, I'm not. I know it's. I know I'm just worried about that, but I'm sure it's all groovy. Okay, before I go do anything else, let's go have a look at, oh, still this. Eh, we'll just be doing some normal combat missions today. Once I... Security. R&D. You're the nearest, so let's go to you. I don't care what they're in or anything. We'll just go say hi.
Autopilot engaged.
Apparently, this used to be a much better moneymaker, R&D, but it isn't anymore. They added a bit of a fee to it, but I don't see the fee completely negating it as a moneymaker, and it's a bit of a passive form. So I want to go get started on that. I've wanted to for the last while, but I was dragging my feet on it.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh yeah, I'm in the Neris. I have to go get my Ishtar. Where is that? Ishtar. So yeah, this is gonna take a bit.
Autopilot jumping.
What did I just say? Let me check. 1, 2,
Warping to
3,
Stargate.
4.
Warp drive active.
I'll let future me check. But yeah, Evil Online's a slow game. You'll spend most of your time staring at the phone. Again, you can jump a little sooner if you're doing it all manually, but that requires you to do it manually. That takes up phone staring time.
Approaching Stargate.
Huh? I don't know that character. Someone referenced an FF8 character. Fujin. Apparently is a goddamn... I don't recognize her at all. Ah. I think she's just a minor character. Yeah, and the art was, well, it was the FF8 art of her was very pixely and distant. The picture I just saw of her, while this art was, you know, a proper, you know, normal art you'd see online of a character. Fujin has an eye patch. Anime girl with eye patches, pretty hot. Final Cake did nice art of her. Never heard of that artist before.
To Stargate. Warp drive active.
Also, people were posting art from Jormungandr, the Gunrunner anime thing. There's Chicken Dat with an eye patch. Don't know her name. Her, the other knife chick without the eye patch, and then the white-haired girl. From what I've seen of them, which mainly consists of AMVs. Yeah.
Stargate.
What? I'd like to watch Jormungand, but there's don't have an easy way of doing so, Also, person on Twitter, Centuri-chan, their at name is, excuse me, the at symbol obviously, CENTURIIC. The last C is capitalized. Well, the first and last letter is C, and they're both capitalized. They love drawing anime girls in various like military uniforms and whatnot. And one here. French dueling culture was wild, even if it was illegal and petty. Napoleon and all, Emperor Napoleon. Our officers are all dead. What do you mean they're all dead? How the fuck did that happen? One of them bumps off the other, and they end up slapping each other, then shooting each other. Oh, it's terrible. I remember referencing something before, and it might have been from this artist. They did. I don't know. Actually, no, I think it was from a different one. Basically, a few people have a similar shtick of anime girls in military uniforms, and one drew, I think, an anime girl as a Roman consul, getting their leg licked by a like a Gaul chieftain. Gaul was Roman Republic, Roman Empire, France. Like that era France, basically. Someone made the rhyme, the leg 8 gets their leg 8. And that's how I can't forget it. It rhymes, it's fantastic. Hats off to you. I'm saying it like that because it's just like, well, it's fantastic art. It's just like, I don't know. Due to the rhyming, it ends up more as an intrusive thought than anything else. It's just like, fucking poets. Ugh. But, yeah. It could have been, I don't think it's Century-chan. Their art seems more sketchy, while the other was fully fleshed. It's more of a sketch or something, if you get me. There's also someone else, they did a whole manga on it. The guy had like some apartment block and kept having different like anime girls dressed as like Vikings or samurai or whatever turning up. And they would behave precisely as they well, the Viking one would behave like a Viking. It's not just her cosplaying, she's like the Crusader one thinks she's on crusade. She's, as far as you're meant to gather, like, stepped out of fucking time portal. Even including, like, a biography on them and explanations like, yeah, I took a license here because that's hotter or whatever, but yeah, it's really interesting. Fuck if I know what it's called. It's been months a year since I've even acknowledged it.
Approaching station.
The true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. And a picture of, anime girl in, like, Roman attire. Two anime girls fucking underneath. Also do have to love their art. They did like French fashion and Victorian fashion. With the Victorian just referencing Bloodborne. Fantastic art. Fantastic art. They also clarified then, when they said French, they meant Napoleonic. They also drew like fantastic little like battle-made warfare scenarios. Scenario here, it's fantastic. Battle maids with like shield maids, executioners with a bard ICHE. Some sort of axe. I've seen it before, but I had no idea how to say it. Executioners with great swords. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, damn it! Now I want to play a battle maid RTS. Come here, you fuck. Come to do a little research, eh? I'm a busy man, but I guess I can spare a few moments of my time. Really? So I need this. Alright. From what I've been seeing, I guess I just saw the base requirements, and then you need to specialize in the same way as them. Alright then, never mind. Waste of time. It just, the way I had seen it, to me it implied that it wasn't base requirements, it was the soul requirements. It didn't matter if you specialized or not. There we go. Once we get this, I'll go get to work. I'm not going to bother with the Capsuleer Day event for the time being. If I can get into that corp, I'll worry about it then. Also, enjoy seeing chat. Once I get into the corp, you won't be seeing it anymore. I'm gonna have to black box like every episode. Well, as long as it's on screen. They don't want voice chat recorded or that. And honestly, that does suit me better. If you watch my WoW vids, you've seen how much floostering I had with that, because it was just like, I was terrified about background noise. It drove me to distraction. Also, one person was a severe dick about it. I tried to tell him could you turn off your TV, and he thought I was telling him to put himself on push to talk. He just cut across me and said, I don't give a damn about your videos. And it's just like, you know, like, he cared more about the event going on than my videos, and fair enough. But that's not what I was trying to fucking ask him. But that was kind of a running theme for the guy. He was a bit of a hothead. With a... Ugh, anyway. It's just thinking about it's getting my blood up, because I... This is a stupid fucking thing. I kind of blame myself for it all, but we both had a part in it. Just not great at handling that, if you get me. I'm used to kind of just blaming myself for everything, so, yeah. He can suck my ass. Ooh. They drew, Anime Girl Godzilla. Century-chan. Also, flanks of anime girls. Very nice. But anyway, this is not, I would follow Century-chan on Twitter, but it's just like, I need to limit the amount of anime girls going across my timeline. Because I have OCD, and OCD affects people in a variety of ways. If I see porn going on my timeline, I have to save it. I like it, save the image, take a screenshot, and bookmark it. Like, I've had porn, it was some written fanfic I'd seen decades ago. A decade plus ago. On DeviantArt. And it haunts me, because while I can remember most of it, a fair chunk of it, I want to read it again. But I can't find it. It's a decade plus old, the account's probably fucking gone. Though, admittedly, there's a lot of accounts there that are still there. But, sadly one underwent a severe art downgrade. All the characters ended up looking really glossy. And not in a good way, you know? It's weird. Or maybe that wasn't the issue, I can't remember anymore. But yeah, I just can't fucking find it and it haunts me. So I have to screenshot everything and preserve it.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Fucking cable. Ugh. But yeah, again, part of me feels like, you know, I should do what the Reformist does or whatever, and, you know, edit things up a bit, you know, to cut out faff, but suffer with me. I do enough editing as is. And by that, I have to like check the ends of each video and slice and dice if needed. And it's like every time I stop, I have to, in the future, I have to go and check the last minute of that section. Even if the fucking episode is just a fucking minute long, the section's just a minute long. I have to fucking listen to it all. And that's painful. So it's just like, no, suffer with me. This is the least you can do. you feel free to skip ahead if you want. I won't hold it against you. But yeah, I signed up initially yesterday? No, not yesterday, the day before. It's now passed into day 2. They're, they are a bit slow about it. But they're apparently just being thorough, I guess. Well, and real life gets in the way. That too. I know, this whole thing's insane to me. It's just like I've joined plenty of guilds in WoW. I've joined this, I've joined a corp here before, and there was no, it was just you're in. But corporate espionage is a thing, which is why they want me not to have voice chat on and to cover this. But that being said, in all likelihood, any footage I release is going to be months out of date. So I question, or a vast majority will be months out of date. So I question the viability of anything I would end up leaking. But if it makes, it makes my life easier. So. Well, to a point. I'm going to have to black box this, but just pretty much 24/7. I could be more selective in it, like, okay, just black box when it's corp, but then I'll be paranoid that I missed something. And so I'm just going to just have that constant corner black boxed. And if we're doing fleet content in Discord, unless it's just like missions, I'm just they're gonna be you're not gonna hear shit all. I'll have to come my commentary as well because it can come over my headset. That's why back when I was remember doing the PvP, I had to mute my own mic because stuff was coming over the headset. Remember the guy I mentioned earlier? Yeah. The TV playing in the background, so I had to mute the audio. But then I realized, shit, it's coming over my mic because it was so loud in my ears. So yeah.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Someone wrote out a scenario of Bugs Bunny defeating Thanos by just dressing up as a TSA agent, and someone else drew it out. It was fantastic. Just shared it on Twitter, though again, it's going to be a while out of date by the time it comes out. The person coming up with the scenario was Niall Nevins on Tumblr. The person drawing it seems to be in Piricyoshi. Vampiric Yoshi. Okay. They signed each picture with Rhine or Kine? It's kind of hard to tell. Looks like a Rhine, but the top isn't joined. Could be a name, I don't know. It's the irritating thing about language and names is like I know I like to say I know English pretty well. I'm still learning new words when I actually look them up. I heard, if you know 40k, you may have heard the phrase "can't" before, as in battle can't. It's not C, and if you don't, that's fine. CAN''T is what everyone's thinking of, but there's a word CANT, no apostrophe. Unless it's CANT apostrophe S. is a pain or something. You know, it's unless you're insulting it. But yeah, can't is basically another way of saying jargon. Maybe it's a very particular thing. Jargon could be for more technical, while can't is a different thing. But it's about deliberately confusing outsiders and the like. So, like, you can kind of get an example of it in the first podcast, If the Emperor Detects a Speech Device. They talk about the White Scars having their own little internal talk that references their own home planet of Chagorus, and no one else would have a frame of reference for that. And they were saying how the rest should have something like that, because that would be a great idea.
Approaching
And yeah, that the White Scars having their own internal language would be can't. So, yeah. Ugh. Bit of backwashing that. It's my own, but ugh. Not Metal Gear Solid. Resident Evil 8 just came out the other day. I keep hearing that sound and I keep thinking money's after coming in. But, oh yeah, I forgot to go buy the other thing. We'll worry about that once I get my fucking ship. Metal Gear Solid 8's after coming out. What the fuck? Resident Evil 8's after coming out. Need to get back to Resident Evil 1, but I'm dragging my feet on that.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Oh yeah, I need to get back to Resident Evil 1. I'm just not in the mood for it. I want to be in the right headspace and whatnot for it. It's a very particular type of survival horror, and not the one normally like. I like Dead Space and the like, because you just kill everything there. In this, if you want to kill everything, then you got to burn it or get screwed by the Red Skulls later. I'm pretty much gonna have to restart, and it's just not what I'm in the mood for. I like
Approaching Stargate.
yeah, I prefer more Dead Space or whatever. And I know Resident Evil 4 does inspire Dead Space, but I want to work through the rest of the games first.
Autopilot jumping.
It just feels right to play through the games as they released in as much as I could. Though I feel like I should avoid the two remakes. Resident Evil 2 was meant to be good, except for them cutting out basically the different enemies. Like Leon fights a different boss than Claire does, but in the original, but they both fight the same thing in the new thing or something. The Resident Evil 3 is a little... Well, they apparently outsourced it and was generally shit. Like, they made a lot of changes and it wasn't well liked.
Approaching Stargate.
Also, I hate the haircut they gave Jill. No one can make that haircut work. Not even fictional fucking characters. Okay, I think I saw one character that could make it work. One. You know? I do not like that haircut. Mum's obsessed with it, but I do not like that haircut. Uno momento. Hey folks, and I'm back. Apologies. Okay, let me adjust this again. To full screen, go for fixed window. Don't know why that's the last one. Okay, for a moment there I saw the fucking station I started it off in. Presumably. Not sure if ye did. I recorded in 60 frames, but that might have been enough.
Autopilot jumping.
Okay, people are trying to claim, firstly, illegal memes. Two, that it's dicey territory to repost memes from other people. Come get me, shit cunts. And someone here said, imagine if every time someone told a joke, they had to give the original creator credit like some strange bureaucratic nightmare. Yo mama! I do not own this joke. Credit to the first Yo Mama joke, thought to be made around 1500 BC in the city of Babylon. Yo, your mother's a fertile crescent. I'm in your mother's cradle of civilization. I got in between our Tigris and Euripides, if you know what I mean. I gave her the old rudimentary city-state. She and I developed specialization of labor all night long. And credit for them goes to, for the first, to second and third, Progressive INV 2, ZN Tiore, and Bingo Delroy. All over on Twitter. I know, there's an added layer of the fact I'm all giving credit for it, but damn it, it was funny. They get a shout out. Wouldn't steal a meme. Meme wall. Seize the memes of production. Kojima.
Autopilot jumping.
If I do join the corp, I'm not sure if I'm, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm getting in or not. Let me check Discord in case they said on.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Okay, it's apparently going to take 2 to 3 days. That's fine. I wave my fist impotently in their general direction. No, I'm fine with it. If it takes 2 to 3 days, that's golden. Well, that's groovy. Presumably, like, yeah, real life gets in the way, and presumably they want to be thorough in what they're doing. You know, they are one of the bigger corps or a subsidiary, so they presumably don't want to, you know, accidentally screw themselves. So that's understandable. Day logins. I got this, and I got apotheosis. Though that must suck to get just the skin of it for this. You just get the skin, and you can't otherwise get it if you're an alpha. That kind of sucks. But still, also got a lot of skill points here, and something I'm thinking I could do for sciences is go here. Oh, actually, while I could do this, I need like 20 mil to actually Jesus Christ.
Autopilot jumping.
20 mil, and it takes 1,000,000 skill points. I was hoping it would be some little piddly thing to start off with, and I could just blitz it down with the 30,000 that I got there.
Warp drive active.
Some have a little less than others, but that's insane. What a bunch of shit guns. My knowledge of that phrase comes from Gabriel. Is their name Morton? The friend of Yahtzee Crusher from his Let's Drown Out series. Thank you, Gabriel.
Approaching Stargate.
I would love to go to the Proving Grounds and do this stuff, but I don't have an appropriate ship for it. I don't have an appropriate ship, and I'm actually quite nervous. You can get potted in it. You can escape, but you can freely be potted. Sadly, nothing else is sold. Again, I could be getting undercut a little, so you just gotta give it time. But, yeah.
Autopilot jumping.
Some journalist here, I've never heard of her before, is trying to claim that as an American journalist, you don't expect your government to lie to you. Hide information. Spy on your communication. That's a fucking given. I'm over here in fucking Ireland and I'm expecting the CIA to be fucking listening to this. Because they hear all. You know, they hear all. So see fucking IA, or the FBI, or McGilloch fucking Gorilla. You know, they hear all.
Approaching Stargate.
I've heard some weird shenanigans the US government have gotten up to. I don't know how true any of them are, but I wouldn't be surprised. Let's be fair here. Just gonna send Mum some screenshots. She can probably get a laugh off it. Of some things here. Someone did art. I don't remember who. I just have the picture here saved. Japanese artist did Ting of Tuhu. Petroli meets the mermaid girl, and she's like, "I wish I could walk and run like everyone else. Should I cast a spell to give you legs?" And then it's like a time skip. And so a kind magician gave me legs. Now I can finally play tag with you. And she has legs coming out of her mermaid tail. She still has the tail. She now is just like I know she's got I know she's weird like mermaid lizard now. I think I've seen lizards with the same kind of like posing on their legs, though it's not coming out of the tail themselves. itself. And she just like sprints after the other two, who just, her two friends, just fucking book it. Hysterical bit of art. I know I presume I retweeted it, but again, there's a hell of a time delay here. So if you find that,
Approaching station.
well done to you. Well done to you. Got the hand on my foot and it fucking tickles. Fun fact. I'm bored here and trying to find stuff to talk about. Fun fact, I've actually scarred myself from cooking in 2 different ways. One, I've actually scarred my finger. I've torn the skin. Like, I've outright opened it and it's kind of scarred a little. And in another case, I've clicked too hard near my skin, near my knee and my arm. And I've actually left a mark on both. The arm less so. The knee I did by accident, so it hit all the harder. And I've actually left a mark still months later, still on my knee. It's just like, what the hell do I do to myself? It's a combination of like how sharp my nails were and the strength of my clicking. Though the nails had no part to play in scarring my fingers. I got a mattress topper ages back. God damn it, cable, stop coming off that. Got a mattress topper ages back, and they gave a little safety blade to open it with. It was worthless. It cut a little bit of it, left the air out, and that was it. So in the end, I just ran the side of my index finger's nail down it, and at some points it took 2 strikes, maybe 3, but I opened it. Just like cut down it with my fucking nail.
Autopilot disabled.
I've recently cut them, but yeah, when I have nails, I can actually shear plastic. Like plastics, but yeah. I'm just kicking myself for forgetting the other thing, because now I'm going to be down. I wave my fist impotently at you, Kelkin. Oh, main language Japanese. In a Korean guild. That, or they've just something there to insult Koreans. One or the other. Or to commune to Koreans. I just know Japan and Korea have a tremendous grudge. Like, there was some jokey, like, slap fight going on between Canada and Greenland or something. And, like, they would both say they owned the place. Or was it some other country? Canada and someone. They would say they owned some, like, random spit of rock. And they would plant their flag there, take down the other guy's flag, and leave a bottle of alcohol. And the other would take the alcohol, leave their own, and it was a little slap fight that went on. Japan and Korea have the same thing going on, South obviously. But they're like, I fucking hate your guts, and they're just like frothing about it. And it's, you know, there's no fun being had there from the little I've heard. I've also heard things of like, there's like a kid was being bullied in school. Teacher outright turns to the kid being bullied and calls them ugly because they were of like half Korean heritage or what have you. Opening the gates even more so. It's muy loco. Yeah. At least if the stories are true. For ease of access. God damn it. Where's Jita? It's in a different region. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's in the Forge. We're in the Citadel. regret moving this. It's now not cooperating.
Autopilot engaged.
I can't really pick up much ammo. I'll just sell some things at like given price, and we'll go from there. Oh yeah, I'll buy more ammo. And I'll get the other thing. I'll bolster my money by just selling things for whatever people take.
Approaching Stargate.
Apparently there's some industry update coming, but fuck if I don't know any deets. Someone did in chat there was hoping it would revitalize high-sec moon mining. Okay, the EVE Online team. Industrious Capsuleer! Yeah, I'll let future me worry about that. A significant update to industry focusing mainly on Tech 1 ship manufacturing will go live in the middle of April in a series of two updates. Material requirements for all Tech 1 ship blueprints will be updated. New manufacturing tiers are established, making industry progression more consistent and easier to understand. And they gave a little reason for it, because the Trigavian could be putting their tendrils in. The path for aspiring builders in New Eden will be clearer than ever. I'll read it straight out. Aftermath of the invasion. Over the course of the Trigavian invasions, Edencom and the core empires become increasingly concerned by the threat of subversion of ship and capsule systems by the invading forces. The demonstrated ability of the Trigavians to infiltrate information networks and subvert key communications backbones raised very real prospect of capital, ship, and line battlefleet fleets of the Empire being crippled by Trigavian information warfare. While the Empire deployed selected capital fleets to combat invasion flashpoints and kept large guard fleets of capital ships close to their home systems, a large proportion of fleets were rushed into refitting programs aimed at hardening their systems against infiltration and subversion. Additional refitting was also carried out to enhance the crew survival systems, improve reactor core temperature regulation, and enable increased power utilization of Empire naval vessels. Developments in these technologies were shared across the empires through Edencom Alliance, and inevitably some of the new resource extraction and manufacturing technologies also fell in the hands of criminals and pirates. All ship designs are undergoing extensive upgrades to guard against subversion by the Trigavians in the uneasy aftermath of the invasions and the formation of the Trigavian region of Pakven. Olvera and Zakali, Placid Gal Net News. The path for aspiring builders in New Eden will be clearer than ever, so if you've ever thought about getting into industrial production, it's a good time to start. Experienced builders will also have a new set of challenges to rise to in their field of expertise. Requirements for a given ship will be determined by a variety of factors, including tech level, ship category, hull type, size, purpose, and among other things. Based on these factors, each ship will be given a tier, and their material costs updated accordingly. These changes will create more robust and interesting manufacturing progression, for better compartmentalization in the manufacturing process between subcapitals, capitals, and supercapital ships, revitalization of the importance of R4 moons, normalize the value proposition between different activities in EVE, increase the importance of wormholes and allow wormholers to be a catalyst in the New Eden environment, positively impact capital proliferation without a significant impact on subcapital markets, impact the whole economy of New Eden, such as the pricing of a variety of items, lay the foundations for future resource distribution. In addition, new industry components will be required for battleships, capitals, and supercapitals. These components will be available via reactions, blueprints, and loot drops from exploration content. New reactions and blueprints for components construction will be available via NPC markets. What's more, reprocessing material values will be updated for subcapital ships, as well as for existing capital components. The update will be split into two different phases in April. April came and went. I didn't even notice if that happened. The first update will distribute the necessary blueprints, reactions, and components that will become a requirement in chip manufacturing. This will allow for a transitional period before the second update goes live a few weeks later, when these components will be required materials in chip production. Due to the nature of manufacturing changes, this will include introducing mycelial gas as required material in some ships. The potency of all mycelium booster products is being doubled. In addition, the distribution of the gas clouds, these gas clouds will be greatly increased and will now be included in all low-sec systems as well as select null-sec systems. The manufacturing process for stand-up fighters will also see some adjustments. You apparently used to need carrier fighters for stand-up fighter blueprints, but now they've added Tech 1 stand-up fighters to the Tech 2 stand-up fighter blueprint, which makes sense. There's also talk of the dynamic bounty system and the encounter surveillance system.
Warp drive active. Approaching station.
Here's the article I wanted to find. I was telling Mom about an insane war in EVE Online, and the capital was destroyed that was worth 5,500 real-life buckaroos.
Docking permission requested.
It was insane.
Requested.
Also, when I lost my Ishtar and the Mackinac, I lost best part of $1 billion.
Docking permission requested.
The Ishtar and the Mackinac and the Gecko were over 300,000, and the Mackinac I checked will be 250 million. So yeah, best part of $1 billion. And I ground up for the Ishtar and the Mackinac with merely high-sec ore, not even industrying it. Just I industried a bit, but I didn't do it well, and I didn't do it at Jita. I just kind of pissed about and did it terribly. I suffered, damn it. That's why I burnt out on this game for so long. It was actually Elite Dangerous's shitty inventory system that drove me back here. Like, fuck you if you think chunk of ore it takes up the exact same amount of a sheet of paper. The space is a sheet of paper. And no stacking, no knotting. And like, oh, a limpet. Yeah, you have to use these, but they also take up inventory space and are incredibly fragile, and fuck you. Like, I'm willing to go, and then I was also sore of the bounties. I kind of rage quit there. See, this is a terrible thing to judge by, because it's saying it's above average, then you look here, and it really isn't. maybe it is, but it's been skewed, so effectively it isn't. Uh, and I know it says I've only 20 left, but it's just basically I'm having a look here, seeing what's worth much, putting that up, and then just vendoring the rest at, well, just selling the rest to people at whatever price they're saying. Even if it's a vast undercut and like I'm getting gouged, I'll accept it. I hate how fussy that is to bring up. Since I was a kid, like I've been playing video games, and I've always wanted to get mum into playing them, but she was never really into them. She would try on occasion, but she just wasn't into it. There's a recent Steam sale on for Golden Week, and it's a holiday in Japan, and I don't know the exact like the context of it. But yeah, there was a ton of games on sale, and she picked up two of them, Tekken and Little Nightmares. So I'm quite happy. Compulsive? Yeah, I should be using that. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. Uh, to see her as into it as she is and whatnot. And she's doing well at it too. So, okay. Let's just drop all these. There could be some stuff there I could scrape some money off of, but I'm just gonna go with what I have here. I was waiting for that not to work. Barely. I suppose I kind of lost money because I auctioned the other thing. Actually, I think something was bought out at the same price. Well, not at the same price. I think something I put up earlier was actually bought out at a proper price. As the well, you know how I just bulk sold a ton of stuff there, whatever. I think some other stuff was actually bought at the same time. It's hard to tell. Um. So, anyway, kill mail. You. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. Now, suppose we'll just head back here and do some more missions with this guy, like I was doing previously. Oh, something sold. Fantastic. I never knew this before, but girls who are willing to vibrate for me, it's kind of adorable. The line from a manga. Not hentai and just manga. Brilliant. Some scrap sold. Oh, someone's setting off fireworks. I have no idea what that manga is. Basically, a guy falls in love with his budget brand home assistant spot. I think she was budget, but yeah, she cooks, she cleans, does different things. Someone's saying that Konami should to give Capcom the Silent Hill license. I agree, because then I can actually let's play Silent Hill. I'm of the stance that Konami should sell themselves to Capcom, or sell their entire library. Oh, apologies. My head's elsewhere.
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I remember there being a comic before. Someone was commenting on that Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny Thanos thing from earlier. There was a comic before, and just seeing people talk about it reminded me of it. Shag and Scoob. It was a fan comic, and from what I've heard about it, no idea if it's true. Is basically the idea of it is well, basically the way they described it is, okay, imagine, okay, Western cartoon characters, Bugs Bunny, Shaggy, Scooby, everything and that. But JoJo's. They all have like some special abilities, vaguely stand-like thing, and their power level is based off of their popularity. Kind of thing. And it's... yeah, just remember that there. I remember seeing a bit of it, and the sketch that they did for the joke was a bit about on par graphically with the comic. I think it's been a long time since I've even seen the snippet I saw.